Hi, today I'm just going to show you quickly how to remove the door skins on a Mark V Golf. This one's a GTI, but they're all the same. So what I've done is got the skin off. It makes it easier to show you how to do it when I'm explaining the steps. Ideal for lots and lots of repairs. When you've got the door skin off, you can replace the window regulator here, airbag crash sensor there, the latch mechanism, cassette here. They don't really go wrong that much, but the door locks, which is in behind that little plastic panel, they go wrong a lot. So your window regulators, the whole lot, you can get to it all by removing the door panel. It's a little bit intimidating to do, so I'm going to show you how to do it without damaging your door. First step you need to do is to remove your door handle. So you've got to imagine now that the door skin is on. You get a screwdriver, T25 torque, just goes in the end and engages on that little bolt there. And what you do is you undo that backwards, but as you do it, you have your handles here. Remember, your door skin is on at this point. So your handle's here in the door skin. You pull the handle out and hold it out with your hand as you undo this one. And you wind it back and it releases a little horseshoe clip in there. And that horseshoe clip acts on your key blank. So as you wind that one back, the horseshoe clip winds backwards like this, and it releases the key blank, so then you can get in and release the Bowden cable. The Bowden cable is this bit here. There, difficult to see. That's your Bowden cable there. And that sits in there, in this little groove. The Bowden cable pops into there. So when you pull the handle, it pulls the cable, and that's what operates your lock. So once you've got the handle off and your key blank out, there's a screw that goes through the door skin here. You undo that one. And then it's just simply a matter of popping this plastic trim off. Plastic trim sits here on the edge of the door. You can just pull that off with your fingers. And then you've got a bunch of bolts running around the inside of the door. So removing those bolts is the next stage. I just use a cordless, but you can use a screwdriver or whatever. So there's quite a lot of bolts. A good tip here is to take the bolts out one by one, make a little cardboard mock-up of the door, and put the bolts in exactly where they came out, because they're different lengths. And if you put the longer bolts back in where the shorter bolts were, you'll end up putting little dents in your door skin, which are quite unsightly. So you undo those bolts there, and down there. Easy to lose them in behind the wiring loom gaiter as well, so check that. Then once you've got those undone, you don't want the door fully open, just have the door half open, and then your door skin, will just lift off the car. You've got to do it gently, there's a little bit of jiggling, and then put it on something soft. Put it down out of harm's way so you don't stand on it. Put it on something soft, and there you are. You've got access to the cassette, door lock, window motor, window regulator, the whole shebang. If you're doing a window regulator, you need to undo these 13mm bolts, and there's a couple of splines there. Take off this crash bar, then you can get to the motor nice and easy, and the window reg. Taking the window reg out is fairly self-explanatory. You can take the window off by undoing these clamps, one there and one there. That will release these little, you see the way they work? They sort of spread open and the clamp shut on these rubber socks. So that will release those. You can take the window out and get to everything you need to get to. So actually, when you get the hang of it, they're quite easy. They're not bad to do at all, and it's really nice having full access there without having to work down through the top of the door or in behind. Traditionally, you take the door card off and you're working inside the carcass of the door, and it's not much fun. Actually, quite like doing these. Plenty of access. So hope it helps.